They made us laugh, dream of rescue, and sing along to that catchy theme song. But behind the scenes of Gilligan's Island, life took very different turns for each beloved cast member. While the show gave them fame, their final chapters were often far from the sunny shores of that fictional island. Some passed quietly, and others tragically. In this video, we're diving into the lives and ultimate fates of the stars who brought Skipper, Gilligan, the professor, and the rest of the crew to life. Ever wondered what happened after the credits rolled? Dawn Wells' sad passing due to COVID-19. Dawn Wells brought warmth and charm to Gilligan's Island as Mary Ann Summers, the sweet, down-to-earth farm girl from Kansas. With her sunny smile, kindness, and practical attitude, Mary Ann quickly became a fan favorite. She was the heart of the island, often outshining the glamour with simplicity and sincerity. Dawn's performance made Mary Ann unforgettable. Dawn Wells was 25 years old when she began portraying Mary Ann Summers on Gilligan's Island in 1964. In her later years, Wells faced personal and financial challenges. After the 2008 recession, she struggled with medical debt and other expenses. In 2018, a friend initiated a GoFundMe campaign to assist her, which raised over $200,000. Despite initial embarrassment, Wells expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support from fans and friends. Tragically, Dawn Wells passed away on December 30, 2020, at the age of 82, due to complications from COVID-19. She died peacefully in a Los Angeles assisted living facility. Just a week before her passing, she recorded a heartfelt New Year's message for her fans, reflecting her enduring positivity and connection with her audience. Bob Denver passed away after battling throat cancer. Bob Denver was 29 years old when he first stepped into the role of Gilligan in Gilligan's Island in 1964. With his floppy hat, boyish grin, and knack for causing chaos with the best intentions, Gilligan became a heart and soul of the island. Denver brought a lovable innocence and perfect comedic timing to the role, turning a clumsy first mate into a pop culture icon. Whether he was accidentally wrecking a rescue plan or getting scolded by the skipper, Denver's Gilligan was impossible not to love. In his later years, Bob lived a quiet life, far from the spotlight. He stayed connected with fans and even appeared in reunion specials, always proud of his time as Gilligan. Sadly, his health began to decline in the early 2000s. Denver was a heavy smoker. He was diagnosed with throat cancer and underwent surgery in 2005. Complications from the surgery led to his passing on September 2, 2005, at the age of 70. Even in his final days, Bob Denver was remembered as warm, humble, and deeply appreciative of the love fans gave him for decades. His legacy lives on every time someone laughs at Gilligan's well-meaning blunders. Alan Hale Jr., the skipper's battle with cancer. Alan Hale Jr. was 43 years old when he first appeared as the iconic skipper on Gilligan's Island in 1964. Towering strong, yet full of warmth, he played Captain Jonas Grummy, the lovable, often frustrated skipper constantly cleaning up Gilligan's messes. With his booming voice, sailor's cap, and giant heart, Hale brought a commanding yet tender presence to the screen. His chemistry with Bob Denver created one of the most memorable duos in television history, blending slapstick humor with genuine affection. In the final chapter of his life, Alan Hale Jr. faced a quiet but difficult battle with thymus cancer, a rare and aggressive disease that affects the small gland in the chest responsible for producing immune cells. Despite the seriousness of his illness, he remained remarkably upbeat and resilient, rarely speaking publicly about his condition. Those close to him admired his strength and his refusal to let the disease define his final days. Hale passed away on January 2, 1990, at St. Vincent Medical Center in Los Angeles. He was 68 years old. His passing deeply saddened fans and fellow cast members, who remember him not just as the skipper, but as a gentle, generous soul off-screen. He had always been approachable, warm-hearted, and proud of his work, even long after Gilligan's Island ended. Russell Johnson's battle with cancer. Russell Johnson, at 35 years old, brought to life the intellectual and calm character of Professor Roy Hinckley on Gilligan's Island. A man of knowledge, resourcefulness, and reason, the professor was often the group's problem solver, coming up with clever inventions and strategies to survive on the island. Russell's portrayal made the character both smart and endearing, as he balanced intellectual prowess with deep empathy for the stranded castaways. Off-screen, Russell was known for his humility and humor, never taking himself too seriously. Russell Johnson's cause of death was complications from kidney failure, which followed a prolonged battle with cancer. He had been struggling with his health for some time, though he remained active and engaged with fans in the entertainment world. Johnson had previously undergone surgery for prostate cancer in the 1990s, and his health continued to decline in the years leading up to his passing. Despite his health challenges, Johnson never let his illness overshadow his positive attitude and love for his fans. He continued to appear at Gilligan's Island reunions, where he was celebrated for his wit, charm, and the lasting legacy of his character, Professor Roy Hinckley. In his final years, Johnson lived in Washington State with his wife Connie, where he spent time reflecting on his extraordinary career and the lasting impact of Gilligan's Island. He passed away peacefully at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy of kindness, wisdom, and unforgettable moments on television. Thurston Howell III's final farewell. Jim Backus, 45 years old at the time, took on the role of Thurston Howell III, the wealthy, pompous, and often clueless millionaire in Gilligan's Island. With his sharp comedic timing, Backus brought a touch of class and absurdity to the show, embodying the character's snobbishness and ignorance with hilarious precision. As Howell, he was the foil to the hard-working skipper and the ever-bumbling Gilligan, constantly clashing with the less fortunate castaways while still somehow being lovable. Off-screen, Jim Backus was as versatile as his on-screen persona. Known for his rich voice, he was also the voice of the iconic cartoon character Mr. Magoo, cementing his place in American pop culture. Backus had a reputation for being warm-hearted and deeply humble, despite his fame. Jim Backus's passing on July 3, 1989, was the end of an era for fans who cherished his unforgettable comedic brilliance. By then, Backus had already battled the debilitating effects of Parkinson's disease for several years, a condition that stole much of his once vibrant energy. His health gradually declined, but his spirit remained strong, even as the disease made day-to-day life more challenging. In his final days, Backus was also dealing with pneumonia, which proved to be the ultimate adversary. Pneumonia is especially cruel for those suffering from Parkinson's, as it complicates breathing and the body's ability to fight off infection. Despite these hardships, Jim's family and close friends remembered him for his warmth, humor, and down-to-earth nature, qualities that made him an enduring star both on and off the screen. At 76, Jim Backus passed away, leaving behind a void that could never truly be filled. Natalie Schafer's quiet battle with cancer. Natalie Schafer, at 47 years old, brought to life the character of Lovey Howell on Gilligan's Island. Lovey was the refined, wealthy wife of Thurston Howell III, embodying the epitome of high society, yet with a lovable naivete and charm. Schafer portrayed the role with grace and wit, making Lovey both endearing and elegant. Though her character's primary concern was maintaining her lavish lifestyle, Schafer infused her with warmth and a surprising level of vulnerability, making Lovey a standout amidst the eclectic group of castaways. Natalie Schafer's death on April 10, 1991, was the end of an era for fans of Gilligan's Island. After a long and private battle with cancer, Schafer passed away at the age of 90. Though she had kept much of her illness out of the public eye, her health had been in decline for some time. The cancer had taken a toll on her, but despite her illness, Schafer remained a figure of grace and dignity, both on and off screen. Her death marked the loss of a beloved actress, and the Gilligan's Island cast, along with her many fans, mourned the passing of the talented woman who brought Lovey Howell to life. Throughout her life, Schafer had always been known for her strong work ethic, poise, and humility, rarely seeking the spotlight outside of her acting career. In her final years, Schafer continued to live quietly, reflecting on her remarkable career and the iconic role that had made her a household name. She spent her last days surrounded by close friends, and though she passed away quietly, her legacy remained. Tina Louise's battle with cancer. Tina Louise, at 35, was the embodiment of beauty and charm as Ginger Grant in Gilligan's Island. Ginger was the glamorous movie star who used her looks and charisma to win over the other castaways, all while keeping a sense of mystery. Louise's portrayal of Ginger made her one of the most memorable characters in television history. The character's flirtatiousness, wit, and ability to adapt to island life helped balance the show's comedic dynamics. Though Gilligan's Island became the role she was most famous for, Louise had a long and varied career in film and television. She never allowed herself to be typecast, appearing in a range of genres, from drama to comedy. Her beauty was often highlighted, but it was her acting that truly set her apart. Tina Louise's death on September 28, 2023, marked the end of an era for Gilligan's Island fans, as she was the last surviving main cast member from the iconic show. Her passing came after a brave battle with cancer, a disease she had kept largely private. Throughout her illness, Louise continued to maintain her grace and privacy, rarely discussing her health with the public. She spent her final days surrounded by close friends and family, reflecting on a career that spanned decades and left an indelible mark on the entertainment world.